had the most votes in the balloting, he gets the first pick of the starters. And you've checked your sheet, and he's ready to go.
With the first pick in the 2023 All-Star Starters game, I'm going with Joel Embiid.
The Eastern Conference Player of the Month for both December and January. Out of the 45 games he's played, 30 plus in 31 of them. Okay, Giannis.
With my first pick, you got a big, huh? So that means I gotta get bigger too. But with my first pick, I'm gonna go with Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum is the youngest Celtic to ever be a four-time All-Star. And he's on Team Giannis. All right, LeBron.
With my second pick and the 23 All-Stars, I'm going with the Wizard, a.k.a. Young God, Kyrie Irving.
Hey, Cleveland, that was for you. Back when he was just a young buck at 21, he was the All-Star Game MVP back in 2014. All right, Giannis.
With my second pick, I gotta make sure he's on stage. Okay, cool. Okay. With my second pick, as I said before, rising star, superstar, most electrifying player in the league, Ja Morant.
He tried to sneak one by us in the first round, but now legit he picks Ja Morant. 8th in the league in scoring and 5th in assists.
With my third pick, I'm gonna go with Luka Doncic.
He is the league's leading scorer. Got 10 triple-doubles, including a 60-point triple-double against the New York Knicks. Giannis.
I got him right where I want him. I got him. So, this is my third pick?
Yes.
Okay. With my third pick, I'm going with Mr. 71, Donovan Mitchell.
Number 9 scorer in the league, and those 71 came against the Chicago Bulls. In fact, it was 71 and 10 assists in that game. There were just 2 starters left up here. Oh, LeBron.
I mean, you already know. With my last pick, I'm going with Mr. Triple-Double himself right here, Nikola Jokic. Yes, the Joker.
And Lowry marketed.
So, with my last pick, I'm going with Larry Markkanen. Let's go, Utah!
Hold on, don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere yet. Look, this has been, this year we've had a very active trade deadline. And so the question is, Are you satisfied with your team, or when you look at the roster, and this has happened before, there's been a trade made? So what are you thinking? Starter for starter or reserve for reserve?
I'm good.
I'm good too.
You're good.
We're good with the teams.
You're good.
Yeah.
And let me say this. Where is, can you get the Joker here for 1 second? Nikola? We just want to salute Nikola and just tell him he's going to be the first player in the history of the All-Star game to be a starter on his birthday. So wish him well at some point today. The stage is set. The teams have been selected. You guys can head down with your crew. We wish you the best tonight. Team LeBron loaded and ready to do their best for big brothers, big sisters of Utah. Team Giannis ready to go for Raise the Future. There's more than $750,000 up for grabs for two very worthy and deserving organizations, and we're just moments away from it all. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoy the game tonight. Thanks, Salt Lake City.
What, if anything, did Joker prove to you during the series?
Nothing. I know how great he is. There's certain guys in this league that play the game a certain way that I like to play the game as well, and he's one of them. Where you are always off balance when you go into a player like that because of his ability to score, rebound, shoot. He sees plays before they happen. There's not many guys in our league like that. So you already knew you was going against a beast once the series started. And not only just about his game, everybody gets cracked up into his stats, but I don't think a lot of people talk about like this part of his game. When you guard him for one of the best possessions that you think you've guarded him, he puts the ball behind his head, Larry Bird style, and shoots it 50 feet in the air, and it goes in. I think he did it like 4 or 5 times this series. So you do like this to him.
Yeah, when those shots went through, I was just, all you can do is smile, man, and then seeing like AD's reaction, LeBron's reaction, it's funny because that dude is for sure one of a kind.
did you make of LeBron's post-game comments?
I heard you setting this up saying, you know, he needs a hug. I thought that made me laugh because when I'm watching it, what I'm thinking is this. I don't care if it's LeBron James or any athlete or any person in any walk of life that you just poured your heart and soul into something for 8 months and it ends in a terribly frustrating manner. You feel almost inept against the team that beat you. That's not the right time to get asked the question. It's certainly not the right time to answer a question like that because in the moment, you feel nothing other than, I just want to get away from the damn game right now. And he's going to go, and it's going to be more frustrating for the next 2 weeks to watch the finals. He's not participating. Now, let it get removed a few weeks from that. Now he's going on vacation. He spent time with his family. He's back in the gym a little bit. His body feels great after getting a month off from the regular season. He's going to have a completely different tune when you get to the middle of July. There is absolutely no question in my mind. LeBron James isn't going anywhere. And, you know, and even the Bronny thing, we build that up. I don't know how much that's what is going to drive him to continue to play. I just don't think he wants to go out the way he just went out more than anything else. He doesn't want to end on that note. So he's going to, I think, reload his mind, get his body feeling better, and you're going to see LeBron James ready to go next year.
I was serious when I said he needs a hug because then he's saying I'm better than 90% of the players. Like, you don't need to say that.
Right.
Like we'll say that for you. We don't, right. You know, he doesn't need to. And it's almost like he wanted somebody to kind of just boost his spirits or his ego a little bit because he just got swept.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, guys need that, right? They need to be stroked, guys on that level. And ironically, I think he actually shortchanged himself. It's probably more like 97% of the guys in the league he's still better than. But yeah, I think he needed a little bit of, you know, little validation in that moment because they just got swept by a team that's got right now the best player in the NBA. It was interesting, though. The one thing that is interesting, Dan, in hearing him say that percentage, whatever you want to say, he could have said 99%. And what is he really saying? He's not necessarily the best player anymore. And I think that's the first time that LeBron James has ever sort of acknowledged that. And when you get swept by a team that has the best player in the league on it, it sort of reminds you of that in the moment, that they're going to need more help. It used to be LeBron would say, hey, I'll take whatever you got and I'll take my chances. Now I think he realizes that there are teams out there that are going to be loaded, that he's going to need a little bit more to.
I mean, he continues to play against himself. Like he's like topping himself. You know, it's certain players that when the schedule come out or whoever they playing, you see they try to, this is where I need to go. This is the game I need to have. He has those games versus himself. That's what it seems like, right? He just continues to get better and better and better. And so it's a beautiful brand of basketball to watch, to see a big guy, you know, control the game the way he does and the way he plays the game. It's just.
Jokic can win his championship. No one's going to care. Let's just be honest. I'm sorry. He's not going to go from where he is right now to this super mega star because he's not doing anything kids want to see.
Many other athletes follow his example and promote themselves and their brands, but not Jokic. In fact, he doesn't even have Instagram. Once, Luka Doncic tried to convince the Joker, but couldn't get it done.
He's just a different guy. He loves his horses. I tried to convince him to make Instagram, but he said no chance, no chance.
In contrast, there are many active NBA players who either host their own podcasts, create YouTube content, or feature as guests on other channels. Imagine Jokic sitting down at GQ's Actually Me and answering fans' questions as Giannis did.
What's up, GQ? I'm Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I'm going undercover on the internet.
Ask me about Dave and Jokic signed the contract. I was in my office, he was somewhere, probably in Sombor. We exchanged emails, that's it.
No romance.
Not a big deal, not a big celebration.
I think we all see it in all walks of life. How does fame, fortune affect you? And the one thing I really love about Nikola, just forget basketball to your point, through all the success, the MVPs, the max contracts, all that stuff, he's still the same guy.
And his family really helps him to stay down to earth. While he's working hard to achieve greatness in basketball, he doesn't see it as the end-all be-all.
I mean, I knew that even before that the basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never gonna be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home that is more important than basketball.
Listen, I got you guys, don't worry. So this Don't Stat Me, I want to tell you guys, we're trying to put the Jokic history together for all of you because I want you to make sure everyone talks about this incredible run, but let's take a look at what these runs look like. Look, Kevin Durant, this is what he's known for. He's got the 4th highest average of all time. In his first Finals MVP, he averaged 28 a game. Do you know what Nikola Jokic averaged? 30. So Nikola Jokic is out there. Kevin Durant is known for scoring. He's one of the great scorers in NBA history. And Nikola Jokic, with all due respect, did not have the space of Steph Curry, did not have the space of Klay Thompson. So Nikola Jokic, that 30 points a game, that is a very, very impressive 30 points a game. Should we talk about his passing, right? So he's Kevin Durant on the scoring side. Let's talk about his passing. Right? When Magic Johnson won his first Finals MVP his rookie year, 9.4 assists to the game. Jokic averaged 9.5. So really, we can say he's Kevin Durant from the scoring side. Who is he from the passing side? He's Magic Johnson. Passing was Magic Johnson's #1 weapon. So when we look at Jokic and how he drops dimes, how he gets other people open, how he extended the career of guys like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and allowed him to play at a much higher level because he was spoon-feeding him. That's who he is. So when you're like, okay, he's Kevin Durant scoring, then he's Magic Johnson passing. And when we say Magic Johnson, I'm talking about the passing is impressive. Okay, so should we talk about rebounding? What does he do from the rebounding standpoint? Why not? Oh, okay. Well, Tim Duncan. When Tim Duncan won his first Finals MVP, Tim Duncan, next to David Robinson, averaged 11.5 rebounds per game. Now, Tim Duncan was young in that era, but at the end of the day, Jokic averaged 13.5. So, yes, Jokic was older than Tim, but it's the same thing. So who is he on the glass? He's Tim Duncan on the glass. So far, we've got Kevin Durant on the offensive end. We've got Magic Johnson on the assist part, and then we got who do we got? Tim Duncan on the rebounding. Okay, so that's fine. What else can we talk about his three-point percentage? Let's talk about his three-point percentage. Steph Curry. Now we understand Steph Curry, this is his primary weapon, and the amount and volume is very, very different. Yeah. So I'm not going to say that he is Steph Curry from three, but percentage-wise, when that ball goes up, he's making 46% of his three-point shot. That's almost half of his three-point shots, and we know he shoots a good amount. So when you're looking at this, so far, what do we have? He's Kevin Durant scoring. He's Magic Johnson assisting. He's Tim Duncan on the glass, and he's shooting a better percentage than a guy like Steph Curry from three-point percentage. Should we talk about defense? Because that was the number one thing that we wanted to complain about when it came to Jokic and his MVPs. Look at this. His first finals MVP, Giannis, the defensive player of the year. Opponent's field goal percentage when he contested. Look at those numbers. He is Giannis on the defensive end. And I'm not saying that he's blocking shots. I'm not saying he's doing all the same things that Giannis did. But the numbers don't lie, people. The numbers do not lie. So when people ask, how good is Jokic? He's a combination of Kevin Durant. He's a combination of Magic Johnson. He's a combination of Tim Duncan. He's a combination of all of these guys. So when you look at his scoring, his passing, his rebounding, his three-point shooting, his defense, he lists up either better or at the same number as all of these guys combined. That is mind-blowing. This is the single greatest postseason run that we have seen from a statistical standard ever. And that's all it is.
And you know what else is mind-blowing? That was the best segment I ever seen you done. Give me a chest bump real quick, boy.
He's an incredible, he's a Hall of Fame talent. He's
I was going to ask
hell of a player.
I was going to ask
hell
you.
of a player.
I was going to ask you.
I've witnessed it personally.
Is it the system though, Boogie? Because you picked him up.
I think he created the system. I don't think this was a system put around. I think he created that system because he's that talented. I'm not okay with it being 3 MVPs in a row because it then becomes a conversation of, is this the best basketball player to ever touch a basketball? And I think we can all agree on that and say it's not. Not saying he can't be, not saying he doesn't deserve more down the road, but at this stage in his career, I'm not okay with saying that. We're putting him over the likes of Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan, and it's just like, that's a tough conversation to have because we've seen what these guys have done. We've seen how their careers have panned out. So can we sit here and say right now, today, that Jokic, not only the best big to ever play, but the best basketball player to ever touch a ball with 3 MVPs in a row? And I'm not comfortable saying that.
I take Anthony Davis over Jokic.
Talking about Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets is not good for ratings, folks.
He's boring to me. And I've been saying it since day one.
It's only 3 guys that won the MVP that wasn't top 10 in scoring. Steve Nash, Jokic, Dirk Nowitzki. What do those guys have in common?
Is there anything that
I've never seen a disconnect like this where a guy monopolizes the MVP, and yet he floats in and out of my top 5 at like 5.
He gets picked 7th in the All-Star game every year. Nobody thinks he's the number 1 bucket guy in the league. He's the best player in the league. That our guy...
Denver has a great team, best team, but they're not tune-in factor worthy.
Nikola Jokic is having his numbers padded? Is that what you're saying?
You heard what the hell I said.
Denver Nuggets can finally call themselves NBA champions.
Jokic is going to go down as one of the all-time great centers to ever touch a basketball.
A league full of incredibly talented and skilled players. Jokic is a unicorn.
Everything starts and stops with Nikola Jokic. Incredible player, which is why he's two-time MVP.
He plays the game the right way. He plays for his teammates, and his teammates play for him.
It's crazy what he's able to do on a basketball floor. It's a monster.
That's the genius of Nikola Jokic.
That was a ridiculous delivery from Jokic.
I know how great he is. I know how great Joker is. He sees plays before they happen. And even when you guard him, one of the best possessions that you think you've guarded him, he puts the ball behind his head, Larry Bird style, and shoots it 50 feet in the air, and it goes in.
Falling away, puts it up. Bang! Nikola Jokic!
So you do like this to him.
Of course it goes in!
He's special.
Not only is he delivered, he's absolutely dominated. And this guy is chasing history. It's certainly one of the greatest to ever play the game.